So this is the deal. I'm gonna bring my friends in. I'm gonna bring them in here. We're just gonna go ahead and get this set up. I'm ready. Electrifying radio. Hello. I'm so happy that you guys are here. Okay. Oh my god, I'm nervous. Okay. We're just gonna get this set up with our pals. Why am I so nervous? This is so silly. Copy solo view link. Okay, so hello? Is it working? Copy oh, there she is. Oh my god. Is it working? Why is she like that? Why is it like squished? Hello? 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 Yeah. Hi, why are you so squished on my screen? How do you do this? Serena's audio is missing. Okay, 1920 by 1080p. You're not squished in the preview, but it's like, does it look squished? It does. Why does it look that way? Let's get Duty in here, and everybody will just be. Oh my god, I'm nailing this. Why is Serena smushed like that? No, you don't. No, it's not fine because you look Duty, I can't hear you. Why can't I hear you? Why can't I hear him? What? I can hear you. Yeah, where are you talking through? Oh my god, are you in Video Ninja? Talk again, Serena? Oh my god, I'm an idiot. Hold on. This is so good. Wow. Okay. This is why I was nervous. I'm so embarrassed right now. This is fine. There he is. I hear Duty. Serena, say something. Yes. Hello. Okay. Okay, hold on. This is why you do this beforehand, right? Bet. Okay, this is great. Yep. No, they can't. I know why. Squid, Duty's talking mad shit right now, just so you know. Okay, I think if oh, here we go. This might be it. Nope, that is a Google document. Okay, everybody sing a song right now. Serena and Duty. Oh, maybe if I unmuted the source. That might work. Okay, try again. Try singing some more, please.
Last Christmas, I gave you my heart.
It's my favorite
song.
Yeah,
I can hear it.
Okay, okay, cool.
Yeah, I can hear him. Cool. I can hear them both.
All right, I gotta fix Serena though. I don't know why she's all like squished. I don't like that. We're gonna fix it. And we're gonna fix it by 1920 by 1080p. Right?
Lady Poo.
Poopman? There she is. This is Serena's stream now.
How's it going?
Okay. I fixed it. This is great. Wow.
Oh my god, I'm there twice now. Yes.
Yeah, I told you it's your stream now. You can hear them. Okay, great. Are they loud enough? Are they strong enough? Brave enough? All right. Thanks for being so patient, you guys.
Picasso.
All right, now I gotta get Duty all figured out. Duty Beard.
You know, there's a band that I used to love, and they had a song called Christy. And one day they played the song Christy live, but with this way new, super slow speed and really like amazingly cool, slow vibe. And they haven't been together for like some time. And I'm messaging the singer. I'm like, you need to find that version of the song. And they, all four band members, don't even remember the existence of this version of the song. But I'm telling you, it was the best. So that has to do a lot with streaming. I'm just venting.
It does. Thank you.
What did you want to ask me? Were you going to ask me something? I'm sorry.
Nope. I'm just trying to make you guys look good. I mean, you look good anyway. I just mean like making you guys the same size.
You could just turn my camera off then.
No, please don't.
Or put
That'll
a picture of like Macaulay Culkin or Arnold Schwarzenegger or something. That'll do it.
Okay.
That over
All
my
right.
head. All right. You know what? Here, I'll do it myself.
No, what? If you do, I swear I will cry. All right, I think we're good. I think everybody's sized up and good. How are you guys? How's your day going?
I'm good. I got my dream hack pass earlier.
Yo, good call. Hold on.
Ready to go.
It's going bad, but I'm happy to be here.
Oh,
and I'm going to turn my problems into funny jokes.
Okay, good. Amen. Bless. Wonderful. Well, we're gonna talk about a really light topic today. Okay, so I guess if you guys are cool, we'll just go ahead and get into it. It's like 10 minutes early, but I'm cool. If you guys are feeling cool, all right, great.
Yeah, I'm feeling pretty cool.
Welcome to the show. These are my friends, Serena Paris and Duty Beard. Welcome to the DreamHack FOMO Raid Train Party panel. First panel of the whole thing.
Yeah.
And this panel is called Streaming Full-Time Job Without Full-Time Pay. The pains of working a day job when all you want to do is create. So this is a topic that I feel like a lot of people have been struggling with a lot lately. And so I started streaming in 2020 and I had like a full-time corporate job when I first started streaming, and it was a lot. And I've gone from that to now I have a part-time job and I'm streaming what I feel like is full-time. But I feel like there are so many of us who are on so many different spectrums of this and like trying to balance working and streaming and just trying to do it all. And I know Serena and Duty, both of you, I just want to say, like, you guys are both my friends, and I am so grateful that you guys are in my circle in this weird streaming space. And like, you guys both are some of the hardest working streamers that I've ever seen in this space. And I know that both of you also work jobs and on top of streaming. And we're just here to just kind of talk about that and talk about your guys' journeys. And just have a conversation about the difficulties, because I think a lot of people don't see, you know, when you're on camera and you're having a good time and you're just like doing all this stuff and you're putting together like a great production and things, like people don't see how much you're struggling behind the scenes when you're just like trying to pay your bills, you know, and you're relying on streaming and content creation as a source of income as well, and how that is like, it's not glamorous at all unless you are a giant streamer with millions of followers, right? So just kind of an open discussion on that. If you guys just want to introduce yourselves and say your name, where you stream, what your content creation is, and like if you want to tell us like what your job is or your situation, like streaming versus working a day job, like how that kind of like fits in to your life, I guess. So, Serena, if you want to go first.
Yeah, well, thank you, lady, for having me. I'm really glad that I could take off of work today to be here.
Yeah. Thanks for sacrificing your work time to be here.
Yeah, well, and I haven't worked all week either because Monstar had a stomach bug, and my boss, I work as a photographer's assistant, and she does a lot of weddings. She works with newborns, so the second someone's sick, she's like, "Stay the fuck away from me." So I haven't worked all week, and I've just been hanging out, trying to stream, getting content out, things like that. But hello, friends. Welcome into the FOMO Raid Train. I'm super excited to be here. My name is Serena Paris. I do call myself a full-time content creator, not necessarily streamer, because I feel like the content creation still goes into posting, networking, my Patreon, posting everywhere else, and not just being live, but that does go into the hours that you're putting into content creation and streaming. For my day job, I do work as a photographer's assistant. I also work as a day of wedding coordinator. So I help brides and grooms make their day super special. I make itineraries. I make sure everyone's where they're supposed to be when they're supposed to be. Food, vendors, everyone's there. If they're not there, I'm the one calling them, figuring shit out. I'm just having a good time. I love weddings. I love love. So amazing. I just picked up a camera about a year ago, so I'm learning how to take pictures now. I'm learning how to edit, trying to be a photographer in this next year or so. So I'm really excited to see how all of this plays out with my content creation. I'm really excited my boss understands what I do. So she does let me take off for certain streams. She lets me have time off for big events like DreamHack last year. A lot of businesses, especially corporate events, are not going to let you just fuck off whenever you want. So I think it's really important that I do have that relationship with my boss, and I am a little bit lucky with that. But there is a lot of time and effort that goes into doing my day job and trying to shoot at the same time. Oh my god, hi Raiders!
Oh my gosh.
Welcome, Raiders.
Raiders are here. Yay. Hey, Darby. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Can I say
We're
it
just-
wrong because it looks like a vocal stim? Odarbio. I'm sorry. It's just I needed
Oh,
to say it.
Darbio.
I know it's probably wrong, but I see it and I had to say it.
Darby, hi. Thank you so much for raiding in. We're just getting started doing some introductions of our friends Serena Paris and Duty Beard. We are having a discussion today about full-time streaming and having a day job and all of that. So I'm so happy that you guys are here. We were actually thank you, Serena, so much for telling us all of that. Duty Beard, who are you? What do you do?
Hi.
And
I'm Duty Beard. Well, thank you again, Lady Amalthea, for having me. It's really awesome. And before I get into anything, as a creator, we'll probably get into like workflow and everything. It's really interesting to even hear. I didn't even know you had a job, Serena, because you make so much content consistently and it's so good and unique and original. And you schedule yourself so well on stream that I thought you just full-time streamed.
That's what Lady just said to me. She was like,
Mhm.
maybe you should calm down because I've been going through it. And that makes me feel good that people have those thoughts about me. So thank you, Duty.
If we think it, then that's, I guess, someone that I look up to for real. So we'll get into this later. We'll unpack and we'll blaze you up later. Yeah.
It's true.
I've been streaming for I guess almost a decade now. It's my 9-year partner anniversary next weekend.
Yeah,
and
congratulations.
Early. Dinosaur in this industry.
Really
And
exciting.
I was full-time for many years, full-time streaming for many years. And I've made many mistakes along the years as a full-time streamer financially and as far as my workflow for sure. And to kick things off, like right now, as I go back into working all the time now, my streams have been a little less right now, but I feel like I have a better ground and I feel better about going into it every day for some reason. I have a lot of experience in what we're going to talk about, so I'm excited to. I haven't really talked about any of this shit, so
I'm
I'm excited
excited.
to bring it to the
Well, this
table. Yeah.
conversation can be scary because there's a lot of people who are
Mhm.
like, content creators shouldn't make money. They shouldn't be worried about spending money. And then there is people who are like, if someone's putting 60 to 100 hours in a month, you can't expect them to work for free. So I'm really excited to have this conversation too with you
Yeah.
guys.
Yeah,
Yeah.
100%. Absolutely. Um, okay, so just to give my side of things too. So I had said like when I first started streaming, I was working for like a Fortune 500 company, and working a full-time corporate job. I was a corporate girly for 13 years. Found streaming in COVID. Found out that it was something that I loved. And in 2021, I actually quit my corporate job, and I got a part-time job with one of my best friends, and I sell crossbows on the internet. It is an e-commerce company. I did that full time for about 2 years, and then I went down to part time because I did want to focus more on content creation. And at the time, I was doing stained glass art, and I was doing that live on stream. And so I wanted to focus more on like my creative side. And it just made more business sense. The business, my job is not really that hard, and I have to deal with a lot of people, but it can be mentally draining some days. So it's like coming off of work and then like today I worked 4 hours today, had a meeting with my boss, and then 45 minutes later I'm here. So it's really interesting and difficult to still balance it, but I know that I'm doing better than I ever was as far as like content creation is concerned, and I'm able to focus more on it and put more into like my production. So I know we talked about just real briefly like work stream life balance. So like when you guys are working, like when you're in your day job, do you feel like there's a employee corporate version of you and then like a streamer version of you, or do you feel like you might be both? Whoever wants to answer
Hmm,
first.
what a
That's good.
question. I feel this. I hope it. Maybe it is a bad thing. I'll just go ahead. Maybe it is a bad thing. I feel like since I really got the bug, and this also might be just my genealogy and my family, because my family has kind of like, we have addictive genes.
Mhm.
Um,
Okay.
my dad always was like obsessed with something, like whether it was working out or bike riding or whatever.
I thought you were going to
And
say drugs.
what?
This
Like,
could
Yeah.
be a whole
relatable.
other
That's why.
conversation.
That's why
So
my. That's why my. Actually, that's why
this
they
is
didn't
so
do drugs,
interesting.
because they were super self-aware of this. Like when I started smoking weed, my uncle was like super worried because like my mom over exaggerated stuff, and it made it seem like I smoked weed like constantly, and I only smoked weed constantly. So it was like, but they were always like worried that I would just like, be addicted to drugs and all that shit. But anyway, my dad, I kind of see that when I started streaming like all the time, I kind of like ask myself like along every once in a while, like, is this like just my dad's thing, like where he was like obsessed with stuff? Because to answer
Mm,
the question, sometimes when I was at work, even living in Washington, I felt like surrogating. Like I felt like I was a
mm,
surrogate, just like there, and like, or in Click when he's fast forwarding through his workday. Like there were times like I just felt like that. There were jobs that I took here in LA that felt like that too, where I was just like here, and as soon as I get out, it's like, okay, I'm out. I can go back to streaming and content creating and everything. So that's how I felt about it. I felt a little like that. I don't know if it's relative to other people.
I think a
mm.
lot of people, even not streamers, feel like that for some of their jobs. I think a lot of
Sure.
people find a job, it gets easy to stay there, and then they get stuck there. I know a lot of people who are stuck at their jobs and they hate their jobs.
Mhm,
And if that's one piece of advice I can give to everybody, find a job that you can at least like to go to most days. Every day is going to have
mhm.
shitty days. You're going to get in with your boss or other employees. There's nothing that's 100% perfect ever, but try to find a job that can make you happy most of the time.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah,
Definitely.
and in my case, like, having a job that honestly, like, it's like I said, it's such an easy job. Some days there's, like, more volume than anything, but if content creation and like doing creative things outside of work is your passion, find something that you do enjoy, find something that you can tolerate. And don't work a job that's going to drain you so much. Because when I was working my corporate job full time, when I really started to fall in love with streaming, I was like, there's no way. There's no way that I'm going to be able to create good content and be on. There were days where I was so drained that I wouldn't even want to stream. So,
Yeah, and you
um,
can't pour from an empty cup, so you have to
exactly.
find that good balance.
Yeah.
But for me, I do think my personality is a little bit different from work to stream. If you guys have ever watched my stream, I'm definitely a sailor. I'm yelling, I'm screaming. I definitely can't be like that at weddings. I definitely pull back a little bit. But sometimes I'll say something to my boss. I'll say a word or a phrase that's like the cool kids are saying nowadays, and she has no idea. She's kind of a boomer sometimes. And I'm like, "Oh, I'm sorry." But yeah, I think all of us can have that professional side, but I try to be who I am everywhere for the most part. If you know me a little bit more than others, you do get to see me be a little bit more goofier and myself, because sometimes I'm a little bit standoffish and who are you? When I first meet people, but for me, I do feel like my job is very close to the streaming world, being a photographer and
Sure.
maybe not the day of wedding coordination stuff as much, but doing the photography and meeting people and stuff like that, I can still implement the photography part into my content creation.
Right. Yeah. So you're creative during the day, and say like at night, it's like you can still kind of carry that over
Yeah.
into your
One of
your
the
evening job. Yeah.
one of the jobs that I just started, I'm actually texting one of the producers. I think it's like what you do, Lady Amalfi. I think I get it now. My friend, another streamer, actually suggested that I do this, and it's selling shit on TikTok. It's like they got air conditioners and e-bikes and just all the stuff that you see when you're flipping through, and they got like all these little studios. And I feel that if I were to do that a little bit, it might kind of what am I saying? Get that like lively
Mhm.
gears going
Mhm.
that me from kind of only my shows. You see me late at night and I'm just like, hey lady
Mhm.
Malthy, what's up? I used to be like that all the time. I used to be like that when I was in boring shooter matches.
Mm.
Like this. So I feel
Yeah.
like doing that during the day is gonna like kind of wire my brain to be like that more again, like I like. Um,
Mhm.
yeah, COVID did it. Are we gonna just COVID did a lot.
Yes.
Get
Mhm.
that. COVID did a
100%.
lot.
Yep. 100%. Yeah, I think it just
I
definitely
feel
changed the
like
trajectory of a lot for sure.
I
So,
feel like stream and then real life balance was a lot more interesting and fun pre-COVID, and now no, now everyone's too burnt out
that's
to care.
so yeah, that's so interesting because I didn't join until I'm part of the influx, right, of the 2020 COVID streamers.
Right.
Like I
For
was part of
sure.
that big wave, and I wish I would have done it sooner. Like I just quick little lore backstory. I streamed for the first time in January of 2020 before COVID. And I was like, I really want to be a Twitch streamer. And then I finally dived in, during COVID. But it's interesting to hear you say that because I don't know that world. I don't know what it looked like before COVID, right? Because when like during pandemic, I feel like there was an influx of streamers and everybody was there watching and uh supporting, when everybody got their what are those called? The checks that everybody got. Um and everybody was just like spending money like watching people on stream and stuff. And I feel like
Stimulus checks, yeah.
yeah, stimulus checks, yeah, that's what they're called.
I
I felt
collected a
like
lot of people's stimulus checks.
yeah.
But
Because
now
people
everybody's went back to work, and that
yep.
has really slowed down too.
Yeah, yeah. So I feel like it has changed a lot. And I know honestly, this whole discussion, Duty, I know that you've been posting a lot about, the changes that are going on with you and,
I
having to,
like
like,
them.
go back to work. Yeah.
I'm liking
Um,
them. I'm finding myself, even though I'm a little more tired for stream, that's
yeah.
on me for eating like shit throughout the day and not working out and gaining some weight.
Yeah.
But honestly, I like it. I feel so much less burnt out when I sit down. I find myself picking my schedule so much better. Keeping
Mhm.
up with ads that I have to post so much better.
Yeah.
Uh, right now my time's a little fucked up because can I curse? Do I have to say that over?
18 plus stream, you do whatever you want. Yeah.
Okay.
Except don't get
My
naked,
time.
like, don't take your clothes off, but
Oh,
My
sorry.
time my my time's a little, like, weird right now. My sleep schedule's, like, super bad, like, worse than it normally is, and I'll get better at that, but I'm finding myself so much less burnt out, and now that I'm working, like, 2 jobs, almost 2 and a half jobs, because I haven't started the half, you know, uh,
Mhm.
I'm I'm like, it's just I come home and it's like, "Shit, I don't even need to rely on my damn sub goals. Like, I don't need to rely on getting
Yeah.
10 gifted subs tonight. Like, I don't need to, like, I can just kind of like,
Yeah.
and that is it's such a good, it's such a, for years, like, I've been just like worried, am I gonna pump and
Mhm.
grind and make enough on stream and make enough subs and then a little bit of, like, people talk about sub counts as a slight sometimes, like, so that's always on the back of my mind. So there's just all these things that it's like, I can just rely on my schedule now. I can
Yeah.
just go
Yeah.
off
You
of
will
that
remember
and
your hearts
just
Right.
when men are fairy
Right.
tales and
No,
and
that's
women
that
run
awesome.
like
it
rabbits.
just helps. It helps so fucking much.
Yeah, when you have that pressure of when you relieve yourself of that financial pressure, I feel like it allows you to be more creative. At least for me, it's like, "Oh okay, my bills are paid, I'm good." Like I don't have to worry about, getting groceries next week or whatever. Like I feel like I'm able to, yeah, just focus on the community more and just have fun while I'm streaming. It doesn't become like I feel like I'm making sacrifices or something to to like I don't even know, like, make stream like I'm trying too hard and then nobody likes what I'm doing because I'm trying so hard, right? So,
Yeah.
um,
And
but
sometimes people
like
can tell,
mhm.
when you are trying too hard, and
Oh,
that's that
yeah.
fine
Mhm.
line of,
Totally.
and for me, like, I've talked to my partner, he allows me to do what I do because he's
Mhm.
decided that he'll have the big boy job and he'll pay a lot of the bills, and I just have to do a lot of the, household stuff. So I do groceries, paper plates, ass wiping paper, all all the good stuff. But I do know how much money I need to make through content creation, and my
CEO
day job to be able to
entrepreneur,
continue
born in
doing this full time. And if
1964,
there's a couple months that I can't,
Jeffrey
then I've told my
Jeffrey
community there might be a time where I do have to
Bezos.
step back a little bit and not do it as much as I want to. And that's going back to like the sub goals and stuff like that. That's when I really wanted to diversify my content and figure out how to make money other places. That's why I
Right.
do have a Patreon, I have a club, I have other places where you can support me if you want to for other content, because depending on subs is hard. And I know over
Mhm.
on Kick, now that I'm a partner over on Kick, I get more revenue for just people watching. And there's other ways you can have your viewers support you for free, but you also make money through ad revenue, things like that. And for me, everything I have is because of my community. And so I get so mad when people are like, people shouldn't ask for subs or dollars. I think there's a appropriate way to do it. Like, not begging, but telling people like, hey, if we hit this goal, we get this computer or we get this desk. And if you do
Mhm.
donate to me, that's where it's going to. I think as long as
Mhm.
you're honest with your community, that's the best thing.
Yeah.
Because I'm grateful for everything I have, but it is because my community, because I'm a broke bitch,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah, yeah, and it's like, for me, I also have a partner. My husband has a big boy job. He goes to an office every single day, and so I struggle with that a lot because I came from the corporate world also, and so I struggle with like the feeling of like I'm not giving enough. So it's like and I had this thing for a really long time where I felt really guilty, like asking the community for help or like at doing sub goals and stuff. Did a lot of charity. I still do a lot of charity work, but when I first started streaming, I was really charity focused, and I was like, oh, I'm just doing this as a hobby, like whatever. And now that it's sort of shifted, like I've sort of had to make a shift in the way that I view things. And like you said, like our washer and dryer broke last year, and so I sucked it up, and I was like, okay, if we do this, if we here's a goal that we have, if we do this, then I don't even remember what it was, but it's like finding the things that connect you with your community, and you're turning it into, you are providing us entertainment or service, for your viewers or your friends, really, on online. So yeah, so like, how do you guys do you I know we just talked about it a little bit, but like, how do you get through, like, do you guys ever have you ever felt any guilt putting up like sub goals or like asking the community for help? Like, how do you manage that?
Yes and no. I think it's part of the culture.
Sure. Yeah.
There are times, and I have a bad habit of being like, hey, we're really close to the sub goal. I try to not do that,
But
it's
that
those
helps
moments
also,
after.
you know?
It's true. It's true. Yeah, and there are times I that's why I put a chime to have it to happen every hour and 15 minutes. One of my mods says he's click training us, but that's just like my chime to just do a little ad, like, hey, just support stream, Discord. Now I don't feel so bad. But it's those times when I would like pander a little bit, when after stream I would be like, you know what? I shouldn't have done that. I shouldn't have said all that stuff.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had an old mod who talked to me personally and pulled me to the side, and they were like, "Rena, with your daily sub goal, that comes off wrong. You're asking for too much from your community, which my daily sub goal is normally 5." You know?
Not I don't think an
Um,
on-screen daily sub goal is bad
yeah.
at all. Never.
And then
Yeah.
I
Not
talked to
remotely.
some of my other mods and I was like, "Do I talk about it too much? Like, am I making this a problem?" Because I would do what you did, Duty. Like every now and again, if we hit 2 or 3, I'd be like, "Oh, we're 2 away or 3 away." Or we do XYZ if we hit 5 subs. We'll do a will a fuck. You can fuck me up in Fortnite, like whatever it is.
Yeah.
Because I don't like when people give me stuff for no reason. I grew up not being loved, so when people give me love or attention for no reason, I'm like, "What the fuck?" Like that y'all are
Uh-huh.
weird.
Yeah.
So I like to, if my community is supporting me in some type of way, I like to do shoeies or eating bugs or like whatever I can do to give you some entertainment. I try to do that. But I've talked to my mods, and like Lady said, I've done a lot of charity stuff. We've helped raise over $50,000 for charity. I've done a lot of stuff for myself too. But I think at the end of the day, just being honest with your community, where the money's going, and having a personal connection with them too, I think helps. But like every time I do any stream, regardless if it's not as much charity. When it comes to charity, I'm like, get your fucking wallet out, help make a difference. But for me, I always feel bad. But a lot of my close friends and mods have reminded me, like, if people want to support you, they are going to support you. And I think
Mhm.
having the goals up shows them, like, oh, I can support this person by doing subs or bits or kicks or whatever it is. Like the people who are going to talk shit and judge you are not going to support you. So, I mean,
Mhm.
it doesn't matter either way.
Right.
Totally. Yeah. I absolutely. I think I it's like I said, it's just kind of like part like in the culture. There's a lot worse also.
True.
And I don't know, there's kind of people from every walk of life. I mean, you don't know. We're uh, we're on the same moral page, but like there's other people that have like not the opposite, outlook as us, but just a different outlook as us. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Sure.
I
So it's
Yeah.
just
think
like, as long as like, yeah.
going for that, I think one of the big things streamers have different person or different ideas on is subathons. Some people are like, you can only do a subathon if you go 24/7, don't stop. When I've done a
Oh,
subathon or anything like that, I stop, I sleep because I go manic and I really will end up in a mental hospital. Like I can't
I
do that.
I
you
I
Yeah.
want
know?
to say something. I actually, so Ludwig actually, before do you guys remember when Ludwig? You guys remember when he had his big uncapped subathon, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I came from back in the day, back even pre-COVID. Way I don't even. I guess in that chunk of a few years, I started streaming in around I say 2016 because I think I went to TwitchCon 2017 first. I don't quite, a little fuzzy there. Um, but subathons for like streamers in my circle, everyone like just talk shit. People talk shit on. So I did people talk shit about a whole bunch of different things. I was about to go
Amen.
into a story about when I partner pushed and everyone hated me for it. Everyone hated me for
Mm-hmm.
partner pushing.
Of course.
Um,
Which is silly.
yeah, it was very weird. It was a weird times.
What a weird thing to be mad about. Like, what? Don't you want your friend to be happy? Like, don't you want
No,
them to be
obviously not.
successful? That's so weird to me.
At the
I
time,
digress
there
though.
weren't many hype streamers who yelled and had shit all over their screens. People subtweeted me a lot about that shit. People subtweeted a lot all the time about that shit. I was just
What
like,
the
who didn't
hell?
like that shit? Yeah. Uh, what was the original? What were we talking about before
Subathons and
me?
like
Subathons and
Oh yeah,
yeah.
asking
people
community.
didn't like look down on subathons. People had to back up their claim of having a subathon on social
Yeah.
media. I had a
Mm-hmm.
subathon like because I stupid as shit. And then Ludwig had it was also bannable to sleep on stream. You couldn't even
Mm-hmm.
fall asleep on stream. You get banned.
Mm-hmm.
So having a subathon like that, and then Ludwig had his, and then Twitch tweeted, "Good night, Ludwig," and that was boom, legal. Everything's on the table now. But
Mm,
what you said, Serena, I know people who have a subathon and they just stream as normal. They just stream
Yep.
as fully fucking normal. 4 hours, 6 hours. Okay, we'll see you guys tomorrow. Great subathon so far. Goodbye.
Yeah.
Come back the next day.
mm-hmm.
Like it's just fucking Thursday. It's just like that's. I wish I could. I'm old as hell. I don't think I could. I think the farthest I could go is a 24-hour no sleep stream one day
Mm-hmm.
again, maybe. But I couldn't do like I would need to sleep. But I try to make that
Yeah.
entertaining. I try to set up, I haven't done it in a minute. I try to set up my mattress on a green screen and make it
Yeah,
a
I
game for
remember.
everybody.
I think it's
We'll
hilarious.
yes,
it's
you gotta
it's so
sleep.
good. Yeah,
But
yeah,
Yeah.
for
for
sure.
me, like, whenever I just did one last month or whatever, we're getting ready to move, so I did a move-a-thon, you know? But
Oh,
I did my normal stream time is, like, 4 to 6 hours, and so I think I did, like, 12 to 14 or something, so I think you should go a little bit longer than your normal is. Again, everyone can do their own
oh
thing when it
yeah.
comes to subathons, but I told people, like, I am ending and I'm starting in the morning so I can sleep, I can take care of myself. Because even when I did try to sleep on stream, I have really bad anxiety, so I would, like, wake up in the
Sure.
middle of the night, be like, "Is it still on? Is the house on fire from my stream setup?" Like,
Did
and
I
then I
fart
wasn't
on stream? Like, that would
yeah.
be me. I'd be like,
Yeah,
"What?"
well, I muted myself, so I wasn't too worried about it, but,
They'll
like
tell you. You'll
and then
I
find
would have
out.
somehow unmuted in the middle of the night
Yeah.
and fart on stream. Like,
but to me, I felt like if people were giving me money, I wanted to give them content, and I'm
yeah.
sure people wanted to see me sleep for an hour or 2, but people wanna see that for 10 fucking hours, unless you're crazy. But, like, I think, again, that's going back to telling your community, "We're doing XYZ, we're doing it 12, 14 hours today, this is what we're doing, this is what you're donating for. If you wanna donate, that's cool. If you want me to stream 24/7, I'm not gonna do it, and I'm not your streamer," you
Mhm.
know?
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. Uh,
Jabroni every time. Every time I leave my computer on at the middle of the night, I'm like, "The house is on fire!"
that was the anxiety is so real. It's too funny. Um I tried to do a 24-hour stream one time for my birthday, I think like 2 years ago. I couldn't do it. I to be fair, like I was sick also, but I am
Mm,
Serena knows I'm a huge baby about my sleep. And Duty, you know
yeah.
too. Like I'm a big baby. Like I go to
You
bed,
have
I'm
to
in
be.
bed
You
by
wake up real early. Yeah, you
yeah.
have to. Especially if you
I go to
stream. You start stream for me at like the wackiest time.
Yeah, it's so fucking
I've
early.
but
well,
I wish I had the energy to get up and do 8 hours
dude,
at like
well,
fucking
I go to
7 a.m.
bed. I go to bed at fucking 9:30 at night. Like I'm in bed. So I miss Duty, I miss your streams all the time. I miss Serena's
Mhm.
streams. Like I miss your guys' streams because I'm sleeping and I wake up
Like
at
what
the
is
crack of
yeah.
dawn.
What's
But
even prime time? Is it 9 a.m. on the East Coast, or is it like to be live for 9 a.m. on the East Coast, or is it 9 a.m. on
9,
the West Coast? Like,
I
what
think
even
it's
is it?
my view, just my thought, in my opinion, is 9 a.m. to like 3 p.m. Eastern time, I feel like is the prime time. I don't
Being
stream.
live for that,
I think that that's
like for me,
the
that's
sweet
waking up at
spot.
like 6. Damn,
Yeah.
that's insane.
Yeah, I
That's
think that's what I think, because at least like people in the East Coast, that's like work time, and people who are working
I have
from
so
home
many
and stuff
British and
like.
Australian people in my stream.
Yeah, well, I have a bunch of UK people in mine, and the reason I started so early was because when I was working corporate, that was the only time I could stream. And I was like, I'm up. I've always been this way. Like when I was in high school, I would get up at 5:30 in the morning and go to school early because I was crazy. Like, but
Disgusting.
I've always been this way. I've always been a super early riser.
Yeah.
But the reason I did it that way was because it was the only time I would be able to stream, and I would do it Monday through Friday, 6:30 to 6:30 to 8 a.m. was my stream time. I've tweaked it over the years, and things are different now, and now I stream in the afternoons on Tuesdays and Thursdays, and have switched things around a lot, but yeah,
Can I just
it's yeah, go ahead.
Oh, sorry. I just want to say
Nope.
something that I really like is what you're talking about. Guys, Lady has a stream schedule or a stream schedule, a sleep schedule, and she's really stuck with it. And it's really, I love when streamers talk about things that are very important to them outside of stream because it reminds you, hey, I'm a human being and I need to do this too. So something
Mhm.
I've implemented for maybe about 2 years now is I told myself before I had a stream schedule that I was going to stream whenever I could, whenever I felt good. But then that leads to burnout so fucking
Yes.
quick, you know?
Absolutely. Yeah.
So listening to my friends talk about taking time off for themselves, their sleep schedule, XYZ, whatever it may be, I
Mhm.
really decided I was going to take Tuesdays and Wednesdays off because I work Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday at my day job. So I'm not going to stream Tuesday evening and Wednesday evening. And I don't even want to be at my setup for the most part. So when people are messaging me Tuesday and Wednesday and they're not hearing back, I'm like, leave me the fuck alone, respectfully. Like those are my nights off. You know, but I
Never
think it's
even
been
thought about it that way.
yeah, it's been
Mhm.
so helpful taking two and those because those are my
His
work
name is
days, and like
Hambalam
we
and
talked
he
about it
likes to
earlier, it's
jam.
so
You ask
hard
him what his
to
name is and
like
he
Lady
says
did
the
today.
man.
Lady
Put
finished
him in a
work and
shooter
started
and he
stream.
goes blam.
That's a
He
lot
can
of
drop a
energy.
sick
I
beat.
can
He'll
I
blow
do
him in the
not think I
pan.
could do that
Music for
3
a
days a
reading is a
week.
favorite
And
treat.
I know
Yeah.
that
Don't
there's people
undercut
who
him
do
because he
work full
brings the
time, who
heat.
do stream
Just
full
stick
time.
around and wait for
That's
him to drop the
awesome.
beat. His name is
Yeah.
Congratulations. I
Hambalam
can't
and
do
he's
it.
pretty
Which is
neat.
crazy to me. Like the part-time even, because it's like I work a full day on Monday. I work half days Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. And even then some days I'm just like some days we'll have a really busy day if we have a new product launch and people are calling, and the demographic of people that I have to talk to are really draining sometimes. They really want to talk to me about some really interesting topics. And I have to deal with that, and I have to, kind of go into this
The
like,
buy crossbows, like what the fuck?
well,
What do
yeah,
you
we got
do
some,
as a crossbow?
we get some characters, man, like some
No,
real
anybody. I
interesting
don't know
folks.
anybody. I know. Yeah, no. I don't even know anybody who has a bow and arrow for sport.
I feel
Who
like I need one
arches.
now.
I
I
know
need a
people who
P1.
arch who don't
If
have
you
their own
they
thing.
we had a pink one for a while. I
Wow.
have one. It's pink.
Oh
It's a
my
pink crossbow.
god.
I'll show it
I
to you
love
later.
that. But yeah, guys,
um
if anybody is a streamer in chat, I feel like that's something big. Like, listen to your friends and figure out what works for you and what doesn't work for you, and take time for yourself. Because taking my Tuesdays and Wednesdays off stream have really helped me come back. And like Duty said earlier, like when you step away for a little bit, you can come back and be yourself. You're not totally fucking burnt the fuck out.
right, exactly. And just kind of going back to like my sleep schedule and like making sure, like I know that I don't function well if I don't get sleep. Like I cannot function. I'm cranky, I'm short with people. I know how I am. But I also allow myself to, like Duty does his shows super late at night for me. And if there's an opportunity to be a part of that, I will plan to be a part of that, right? And make sure that I drink a cup of coffee in the afternoon or take an afternoon nap and wake up, So it's all
Okay,
about
grandma.
it's all about balance. I am a grandma. I say it all the time. Listen, I'm 38 years old, okay? We're up there.
But you're
So
taking care of yourself and you're not letting that's protecting your peace and helping you not burn
yeah,
out, you
I
know?
have to, because otherwise I will get burnt out, because I've been in a lot of therapy over the years, and I realized that I had burnout from my corporate job. It was a very
Who
toxic
would have
place that I
thought?
was in. Weird, right? Weird. um it was really, really tough on me. So being able to, just kind of like come back and, take the time sort of like off of that and regain my, I don't know, my creativity or balance or whatever. Like, I read somewhere that it can take up to 10 years for burnout to heal. Like, it's actually doing damage, like, to your brain or something. I'm not a
Yeah.
doctor. Do not quote me on this. You can Google it.
It
But I
definitely
read
takes
some,
years, if
it takes a
especially
long
if you
time.
work on yourself. If you don't work on yourself, you're
Mhm.
not healing and you're not getting any better.
Mhm.
Judy, have you
100%.
worked a corporate job?
Corporate job. I'm not that smart. No,
Okay.
I'm not that smart either.
Or
I was
successful.
there for a long time. I didn't know what the
And
fuck I was doing.
no, I work in like weed stores and
Okay,
dispensaries and shit.
cool.
But you're a
Yeah.
professional. Like, you conduct yourself professionally. You're a very hard
I mean, I'm
worker. Like,
educated and I appreciate that. I will say, Lady Multi, sorry, I totally didn't even end the sentence. I
you're
appreciate
great.
that, Lady Multi. Thank you.
You're great.
Escapology, I like working there. It has, uh, it's, you have to learn, their program and everything, which is not that crazy. But then like my managers would take me to the server rack and like teach me how that works. And I would have never known
Mhm.
how a server rack worked. And now when I see one, I like know what it's for, what it does. Like I used to just be like, that's stupid shit. Now I can like now I need another round with them to like teach me how to do it. But so that's just one thing I've learned more. And that's a pretty corporate job. Other than that, I've worked in super corporate restaurants, so I'm familiar
Mm,
with the super base level, the peasant level corporate environment. Um,
God, I've worked for a lot of mom and pop places. I've never
mhm.
worked super corporate. Which,
Yeah.
like,
oh,
before COVID, I was gonna be famous, just so you guys know.
I
I'm
I was doing modeling and acting and all of that stuff, and then everything closed down, and so I couldn't travel, I couldn't do my modeling or acting or anything like that, so then that's how I started streaming. Little fucking COVID
dude.
ruined that.
When Dude, before COVID, I had a partner manager on Twitch.
Mm,
Twitch was gonna send me an IRL backpack.
okay, okay.
well, yeah.
So we both got
A
fucked is
lot
what you're
more.
saying.
And then yeah, then COVID happened, and then everything bad. Everything
Everything
bad. Just
changed.
bad. Just
That's
bad.
wild. Um, Kind of going back to self-care and taking time for yourself. Um, Taking breaks from stream. Taking breaks from stream, and do you ever feel guilty taking breaks because you have fear of disappointing your community, or like you're letting your viewers down?
Breaks like in a few minutes or like a couple days.
Like a couple days, like canceling stream. Like I'm not in a good place. Because I've done this where it's like I'm not in a good place mentally, and I was really sick the first half of this year, and I canceled a lot of stream. And there was a point in time where I really had to just like let go of like, oh my god, I'm failing as a streamer because I'm having to cancel stream because I'm sick. How do you deal with like that sort of like guilt of like canceling stream? Do you guys experience that when, because we all have done it, right? Like, or have you never canceled stream ever?
I have never canceled stream for like 2+ weeks. I know there's some streamers who like say like taking 2 to 4 weeks off is great sometimes. I've been
Mhm.
too scared.
Yeah.
I'm so nervous if I take a big break that everyone will forget me. I know that's not the case, but I just feel that way. There's
Mhm.
definitely been times where I'm not feeling great, regardless if it's mental health related or just feeling shitty, headache, tummy issues, things like that, where I'm like, hey guys, I'm not feeling great. And I'm getting better about being like, if I'm not feeling good, I know I'm not gonna have a good stream. And my viewers can tell when I'm not feeling good. But there is other days where I'm like, hey, I'm feeling a little bit low energy, but let's still hang out. I think again, going back to being honest with your community and letting them know is
Yeah.
super important. I have heard that taking longer breaks is beneficial. I'm just a pussy and haven't done it. Um, I
Yeah.
think the only big time I've taken time off is, like, when I'm going to a convention or whenever I got my wisdom teeth taken out, I was like, "Guys, I'm gonna be back in, like, 2 days, everything's gonna be fine." My surgery wasn't great, I ended up not being able to feel my mouth, the bottom of my mouth for a couple months, so I think I didn't stream for, like, a week and a half then,
Mhm.
and then when I first came back, I did a mime stream because I still couldn't talk, so
Hell
I
yeah.
was miming and my mods were talking.
That's great.
Fierce Mama in chat just said she said,
That's
and then she did a
amazing.
mime stream.
Because
Amazing.
I never want to be gone for longer than, like, a week if
Yeah.
possible.
Yeah, I feel the same way. It's like I think the longest break I've ever taken was like a week. And and even then it's like if I go on vacation or something and I'm always trying to figure out like I'll bring my phone up and I'm like, okay, we're gonna do a live in front of the campfire at my campsite. Like, I haven't done that in a
Something.
long time, but to do something to connect with the community to be like, oh, I'm alive. Like, but
I've always felt
um
pretty guilty.
mhm,
But I also didn't feel guilty like at the same time. Those feelings are never really like exclusive though as a
mhm,
human. So eventually I'm like, and then there's like the science of it, like where, there's people on Twitch who watch you who maybe they follow you, maybe they're not logged in, maybe they don't have a Twitch name, but they watch Twitch. I was a Twitch viewer without a username for like months, actually, my introduction to Twitch. Um
oh, how funny.
and yeah. So you have to realize that when you take breaks, and this has gone all the way up, SFan and Train and Destiny, they used to say this in podcasts together. Like if you take a break, like viewership dips, and that's important, and
Yes.
that's important to people. And then I remember a long time ago when I was a bigger streamer, I went on a trip to like visit like my SO at the time's family far away for like a week and a half. And this was like the first ever extended period of time that I was like not directly at a convention, taking a humongous stretch. And I always remember like after that week and a half coming back, it was like something didn't click. Something didn't click back the way it was clicking.
Mhm.
And then so that's the other reason why I got into IRL, so I could stream at conventions and stuff, because I knew that every convention was like a 4-day, a 5-day little break, and I didn't want to do that anymore. So I started IRL streaming.
Mhm.
So I guess I feel guilty all the time for not streaming. The other part about it is, and I don't want to get this too much into people's heads, but these folks subscribe to us. These folks do pay for us.
Yep. Yeah.
They do
No,
pay for,
truly,
like, yeah,
these people are spending their hard-earned money, hard-earned dollars on us. Like they are supporting the
yeah,
stream. So it's very much like you feel very responsible for that and you feel, an obligation to make sure that you're providing the service or entertainment that these people are paying for.
yeah,
But if you push yourself too much and you go to your job all day long, you had a really hard day, maybe you had to deal with some shitty customers or just maybe your boss is being a dick during the day and you just have had like a really horrible day and you were so drained, like to show
yeah,
up to stream, in that mindset, and it can go either way, right? Like you can show up to stream and you're just like super annoyed and this has happened to me. It's like you're just annoyed with
yeah.
everything everyone is saying and you're like, why am I streaming right now? Why am I
Yeah.
live? Why?
Mhm.
Because all I'm doing is just like snapping at my community, and they're here for me and I'm not providing them, and then it just spirals, right? You're feeling guilty for not giving them what they're here for or whatever.
Mhm.
So,
And that's
Exactly.
when you find
Yeah.
that fine line of, like, do I tell them, "Hey, it's not the vibes tonight and I'm not streaming," or, "Hey, let's hang out, let's chat, and let's be a little bit low energy," and I feel like
right.
communication, I've like, the past 2 years, I've gotten much better at it. It's still not perfect,
Hmm.
but, just being like especially if I'm having a rough day, I'll put in my mod chat, "Hey, I'm having a rough day, just hang out, be a little bit more positive today," something like that, and I feel like that helps
Hmm.
letting your friends know you're having a rough time too helpful.
Mhm. Yeah, and that's your viewers, they're it's such a weird thing, right? Because it's like you call people your viewers, but it's I also see people as friends. Like that these people are showing up for me. We're hanging out. So it's like I don't want to disappoint my friends. It's not just like it's not all just like a job. So there's that
Mhm.
other level of like I don't want to cancel on my friends, but also your friends understand. Like when you're sick or when you're just not feeling it, they understand when you cancel. But there's always just that underlying feeling of guilt and like worried that some people
And
are gonna forget about you.
when I'm having those thoughts, I think about myself as a friend instead of myself because I think we all beat ourselves up pretty bad. And so instead of being like, okay, Serena, like you're being a little bitch, like grow the fuck up. It's like, okay, well, how would I talk to Lady? If Lady came and talked to me and was like, hey, I'm having a rough day, like what would I tell her? And I try to tell
Mhm.
myself that, I feel like that's been very helpful. Or like when my friends do post like, hey, I'm taking the night off or I'm doing this, I'm like, fuck yeah. I think the more streamers talk about taking time off or doing things for themselves, that makes it more comfortable for the rest of us because we're all scared and we're all having these same exact feelings. So when I see someone else talk about it, it makes me feel happy, proud, and hoping that they feel better, of course, too. But being like, hell yeah, thank you for talking about this.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. Because it feels like such a taboo thing to talk about because you're supposed to be grateful. Like this is your job. Like to be a creator, to be an entertainer, like you should be grateful for even being able to have this opportunity, right? But it's the same as anything else. Like you get burnt out. There are times that you do need a break, but yeah.
And I think for Ken Broken, he's asked a couple questions. So thank you for being here. But I think one of the biggest things to help answer some of your questions is like corporate jobs, you do make a certain amount of money.
Mhm.
Streamers don't.
Yeah.
Unless you have a contract or something, every month is going to be different. Some
Mhm.
months are going to be great, some months are going to be horrible, and then some months are going to be pretty average.
Mhm.
And this year I don't have an average. This has been one of the tightest years of my streaming career, which is hard for me because I feel like my past couple years were okay, getting great, and then for me to fall off as much as I have, I'm like, "Oh my god, this is my fault," but that's not true. We talked about how people have, like, since COVID, have kinda stepped away. I've stepped away from Fortnite a little bit. Like, there's a lot of reasons people have kinda moved on from my stream, and I have to remember that that's gonna impact my income and my finances and just my viewership in general too.
Mhm. Yeah. Just as a side note, I do have I should have mentioned this at the very beginning, but I do have a channel point redemption, you guys. If you do have questions in chat, we are going to kind of do like a little bit of a Q&A near the end of this, which is I'm not sure when that's going to be, but it's not going to be any longer than like another like 40-ish minutes maybe. But there is a channel point redeem if you guys do have questions. We can go ahead and put them there. I do have the queue up and I see them popping up,
Oh,
so I
perfect.
will.
Thank you,
Yeah,
Brody, too.
yeah,
Oh, neat.
yeah. I see them. Also, welcome in that family games for the very first time. Welcome in. So okay. On that note, we do have a few questions. You guys feel okay with just answering a couple
Yeah,
questions?
whatever
Just
you're
take a
thinking.
take a little.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, if you say no, we can
No.
just keep.
No, I'd love to.
Okay, so Rhodey asks, when the going gets tough, fluctuations in engagement, life stuff popping up, health stuff, finances, what keeps you going when it comes to streaming and content creation?
Timmy. Little Timmy. No, not really. Not little
Yeah,
Timmy.
yes,
No, but
yes,
like,
Timmy. No,
that
yeah.
that's certain something, like that's certain
Yes.
something. Like
Yeah.
I love to perform. I would love to, the dream of being big, like
Yeah.
ever since this industry like had like that ninja moment. Everybody know what I'm talking about? Were
Yep.
are you guys too young for that? When Ninja
We know
played with
Ninja.
Drake and he was growing, and then Ninja Con, and then all that. It was just like, hey, it's possible now. Let's go. Yeah. Even before that. Yeah, that just it's still and I think that's I guess what kind of makes like a stream the what makes the difference between a streamer who has what it takes and doesn't have what it takes. And I don't mean that as a slight. I don't mean anything that sounds like a slight as a slight. But you got to
Mm-mm.
look at you got to look at the industry how like, your peers much higher than you, or like It is a business. It is a business. And I will say
Yes.
this about it. There's this funny comic from Mad Magazine, I think it was, like when adults get involved into stuff and it like into Little League, it starts to like suck.
Yeah.
Basically, I don't quite remember the comic. Maybe I'll pull it up, but ever since adults got into Twitch and all that, it's not as fun.
Yeah, it's become a
Because
little bit
people were
more
just doing it because it's
businessy.
like, we're games. How do we do this? Here's a website that someone made who also shares our passion in games. Good. Um, yeah. So sorry, I went off on a bit of a tangent.
No, you're great. This is literally this is perfect. That's great.
Um,
But yeah.
for me personally, I think it goes back to being a little girl and everyone always asked me what I wanted to be, and I never said a nurse, a doctor, a lawyer, anything like that. Like, my answer was always a princess, and I know that's, like, very cliche for some people, and because of what I do with my content creation and my cosplaying and being in front of the camera, I get to be a princess, I get to be an ogre, I get to be Smeagol, I get to be whatever I wanna be because I love it. This is what I love to do, and even when I'm making, like, $20 instead of being able to pay all of my bills, I still want to do this. I definitely know that I need to be making more than $20.
No, for
Um,
real though. Yeah.
and that's why being a content creator is so hard because you really it's a roller coaster. Some months are great, you can make I think one of my best months I've made like 3 grand just on Twitch, and some
Yeah.
people are like, "That's nothing. That's shit." I mean, 3
Yeah.
grand in a job in a month isn't great.
No.
Like, if that's
And
it, you
yeah,
know?
and just being fully transparent, I have only broken $1,000 on Twitch one time in the 6
Yeah.
years that I've been streaming. And that's you can't live off that. You can't. And then it just goes back to like having to depend on people, subscribing to you. And then it's like you get into
Yeah.
the other forms like duty, you do commercials and ads for, different brands and stuff. And it's like you trying to like go outside and getting money from different sources. Then
So
that's when it
yeah.
becomes
Sam, it's
yeah.
not that all the
I know
time. I want you
there's
to
even
know that
more.
was
No.
a one time.
Yeah. Never. Yeah.
There's
It
even
Yeah.
there's even another layer of it too. So all
Yeah.
right, I've been
but
holding on to I've been holding on to this. You gotta
okay,
you ready for this? You guys ready
we're
for a
ready.
Ready.
super
We're ready.
superior hot take? Okay.
I'm
That
turning you
person who
up.
said that $5,000 a month for a successful streamer to like live off was not a bad
Beat the
take.
shit out of that person.
And here's why. Taxes.
Taxes is a bitch.
Maybe that person lives in LA or New York. Let's take that out of the equation. Then you can subtract about 1,000 or 1,500, maybe 2 from that.
So is
Okay.
that
Then it's
5,000 the only income they're getting?
let's say, well, it's their net. Let's say 5,000 is their net. I'm guessing
But, like,
is
do
what
they
they
have a
mean
day
by
job
that.
and stuff too? Or, like,
Or
just
gross. I'm sorry, not their net. They're gross. It's their gross, right? Gross is the
Mhm.
full thing, right?
The full thing, yeah.
So if that person this is like when Zelda breaks off into 2 storylines. This is if that person who said that take was smart, the subtext of that is because I'm taking half of that 5,000 and putting it in an account for taxes later, or
Okay.
3/4 of it or something.
Yeah.
And then I live in New York, more subtext. I live in LA, so my rent is really high, and that's why the rest of that is so big. If they're not smart, then they're just being greedy and they order DoorDash all the time.
Yeah.
Fair.
And
Mhm.
that's it. And
Taxes as a
why
creator is rough. I got
yeah.
Mhm.
fucked last year because almost everything
Yeah.
I couldn't write.
After
Like, I could write off a lot of stuff, but, like, oh god,
Dude,
kill me
taxes
not
in the heart.
anymore.
every single oh
Yeah.
god, every single year I tell myself I do my taxes. I'm married, so my husband and I file jointly.
Okay.
But every single year I go it's tax time and I'm going through all of my expenses for stream and I'm making a list, and every year I say to myself, I'm like, this is the year where I'm going to track this every single time I buy something for stream. I'm going to keep track of it. And it never happens. It
Okay,
never
I
does
use
so.
Rocket Money.
Do
It
you?
remembers everything, and
Yeah,
it works. It's
Rocket
good.
Money.
I like it.
I've
Okay.
gotten really good about taking screenshots or pictures and putting it into an album. So that's been
That's
helpful.
smart. Yeah, that's really smart.
But yeah,
Yeah.
like it's hard. Like the one time I did make that $3,000, I was like, we're going up, baby, and then we never went up again.
Yeah, no, exactly.
But it was because someone came in and dropped a few hundred sub bombs, and that was
Mhm.
helpful. But again,
Yeah.
like how can you live financially when you're making 3K some months, 1 month, and then like 200 other months? Like that's too big of a slope to know to do it just that by itself.
Mhm. Great. I'm gonna go back to the questions, because there's a couple more here, but
I just want everyone to remember, real before you do that, I just want
Yep.
everyone to remember what I said about taxes. That I spoke to a CPA recently, and it'll hit you if you don't start soon. People told me all the time to file quarterly. I probably still won't. That's not the main issue, but like, yeah, just you gotta do that bit. You gotta do that bit.
Yeah.
And
Big
you can
deal.
say $5,000 a month and be smart about it because you're doing the right
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah. That's my whole thing is like, yeah, $5,000 a month. Is that so much to ask? Is what I always say. I'm like, is
And
$5,000
that's
a
a
month?
big city rent number.
Yeah, like
Yes.
That's
5 would be
big city
great
rent number.
consistently, but like that's
Consistently.
what I'm like, is it consistently? Is this what we're doing for the whole year? Like, because
Yeah.
Mhm.
with streaming,
You can't rely on
yeah.
streaming for that anymore.
You
Mhm.
Just
can't.
like what you
You
said
really
about the
can't.
other platforms. And there's a billionaire who teaches, like, good wealth, and he says that everybody should say to themselves every single morning, I am thankful for every avenue of income that I have. And you just have to say that as a
Mm,
sentence. And the more every day when you say, you realize, it's like you just see it. You just see it better, and you just become more aware of that stuff.
Well, that's
mhm.
why I sell feet pictures too. I know some people judge feet pictures and stuff, but that's that's been
Girl,
very helpful.
we gotta talk because I'm not
Don't get Della
opposed to
excited. He's in chat. Don't
I'm
get
not
Della
about
excited. He's in chat.
I'm just
Listen,
saying,
I'm not
it's been
against it at all.
Yeah.
Dude, yeah, get the bag for sure. That's zero judgment here. Absolutely.
It's been like where I've been able to get groceries because I saw my feet pictures. And if that makes
Yeah.
someone mad or upset, then I'm still eating. That person has my feet pictures. We're all winning here.
Everybody's having a good time. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I'm eating, they're eating, whatever.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. Okay. Burdokin had another question. Said, Serena makes an interesting point about, we're kind of going back to taking time off conversation. Serena makes an interesting point about taking time off and being afraid of community loss. In corporate jobs, you can take vacation and still have a job. If streamers do that, they risk their income. What causes that difference? Why is streamer income so fickle compared to corporate income? And I'm going to say, because we're relying on people to subscribe.
Crowdsourced.
Crowdsourced. Mhm.
And
Yeah.
we are our own boss. We
Yep.
don't have anyone still keeping the job afloat while we're gone.
Yeah.
You
I don't
ever
have
listen to the
anybody running my
radio?
stream.
You ever listen to the radio?
What's a radio?
Yeah, like a car
I just-
radio, like FM.
You had a radio
AM.
when you're
like not
what does
even
that
AM.
mean?
No, I'm not that old. Not that fucking old. So I listen to radio stations sometimes because my car it doesn't have Bluetooth. So I listen to
I listen to the
radio.
radio too. Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
I like a
okay,
local
so
station.
Back
Yeah.
in the day, they used to like twice a year, I feel like, have like telethons or like fundraisers for their own thing. And they said, and what comes with that? You get concert tickets, you get t-shirts, you get this, like the same shit. Now it's all year round. Now it's monthly and this and that. It's the same shit. It works all the way up in broadcasting, all the way up. Just a factoid, fun fact. But it's all crowdsourced. I don't know. It might be just the public radios. I guess this is stupid because it's radio. No one fucking listens to radio. Who am I talking to?
I just don't drive as much
yeah.
anymore, so I don't listen to I used to listen to the radio on my commute to my job every single morning. So
For sure.
like local talk radio. So
Yeah, I guess I'm talking about like just the monthly of it and everything.
Sure.
And
Yeah.
that's the difference. Yeah, that's the difference. Even though that is corporate sometimes. Maybe not. I'm sorry. I'm an
Yeah.
idiot. I am.
You're not an idiot at all. No, you're making really great sense. It's much different. I mean, when you have a steady full-time job, you are guaranteed a paycheck. You are making $25 an hour, $50 an hour, 60, whatever your profession is. You are guaranteed if you're working, and
We're
even in a
making
corporate
$60
setting,
an hour? That'd be crazy.
$60. I used to make $75 an hour at my
What the
corporate job.
fuck?
God
What did you
damn. Could
I
never be me.
girl, I left because it was just
Yeah.
it wasn't
Well,
worth
Sure.
it. It really
and
wasn't.
I'm
So,
proud of you for leaving because people get stuck in jobs because of that.
yeah.
Did you
But
have
it
like a did you have like a business suit with like really
Oh, I had shoulder
pointy shoulder
pads.
pads
Yeah,
and
I
like
had shoulder
purple
pads.
stripes?
I had red high heels I used to wear. I used
Wow.
to work in human resources at one job, and I used to fire people.
Damn, that's
Dude,
fucked up,
this is
lady.
like a
Yeah.
What the
side
hell?
quest in Kill Bill.
Yeah. I love Kill
Holy
Bill so
shit.
much. Yeah,
You
I
live in
was.
it. You used to. You
Used
don't live
to.
that life anymore.
I don't live that life anymore. But it drained me. And I think some people are built for it. Some people are built for that corporate lifestyle. And I was really trying to shove myself into a box to try and survive because I was on my own very early. I was on my own at 18, and trying to figure out life, and I was in survival mode for a really long time, and I was just like climbing the corporate ladder because that's what I thought I was supposed to do, when in actuality I am a creative person. I was in theater shows in high school, and that's what I wanted to do. I was just talking about this earlier today, is that I really wanted to be on Broadway. That was my
Hell
dream, is
yeah.
I wanted to be in shows, and my situation just didn't work out that way. And to be able to come back full circle, like climbing the corporate ladder, doing this, meeting my husband, he is just like, he's such a wonderful support for me, and he just he's so normal, and I'm just like so not normal. And so like,
So
yeah.
romantic.
Amen.
But he supports everything I do, and he's just like, oh yeah, whatever, like, yeah, okay, you want to do this, like, you want to dress up in a unicorn costume and dance on the street, like, I don't you can literally do whatever you want. And so just like having that support. And when I decided to leave my corporate job, it's, it was a decision that we both made, that it was like, I need to do this for my own mental health. And he knows that I am a creative person. I did stained glass for a really long time. I still am a stained glass artist, but it was really, streaming unlocked a lot of that for me, and a lot of like the creative side of me. And so leaving that full-time job and all of that money was worth it to me, and I am so much happier now. I have really come into being a person that I wanted to be. And just to get a little sappy, like, truly both of you, like, being able to like collaborate with both of you on different projects has just been such a joy. And being able to come out of my shell, and Duty making stupid commercials for your show has just really ignited something in me.
I
And
love
Serena,
them.
you
I
were
need them.
I'm your girl always.
Yeah.
And Serena just works so fucking hard, and I am just so grateful to just be in that aura with you, because you make me work harder. So
But that's why it's so
yeah.
important to surround yourself with people who love doing similar things as
Yeah.
as you do. Like, I know that we all want to make this a full-time thing one day, make it big, things like that. We all have dreams, but it's really nice to see your friends succeed and do
Mhm.
funny, silly things, because then it makes you want to do funny, silly things. I've watched a lot
Yeah.
of Duty shows, and I get so much inspiration from them too, and
Yeah.
it's just fun watching everybody do silly stuff.
Yeah.
Like, I'll watch people game and stuff, but I'm not really there for the game. I'm there for the streamer. And if you have a funny,
Yeah.
silly personality, that's my preference. Is
Yeah.
like that's what I like to watch.
Yeah. And just like hanging out with your friends. Like, I love sitting in Duty streams when you're doing IRL, because I feel like I'm just hanging out with you at Disney World. Like, I'm like, oh, I'm actually like outside, like
Yeah.
doing something.
Yeah, touching
So,
grass.
touching grass, yeah. So, but anyway,
Thank you.
okay. Question from Hambalam for Duty Beard. How do you separate real life and streaming when you're an IRL streamer? You mentioned the stress that came with being away from stream while at conventions and how that motivated you to start streaming IRL. Do you miss going to conventions offline, or does it feel the same but you're just holding a camera?
This is a great transition because I was just thinking of it, but I saw this question before and I copy pasted it just so I would
Perfect.
so like kind of yes to all. Everything I go to, I want to stream because like it's just where my mind is at and I like bringing the peeps to my experiences like lady just said. I like going to Disneyland with chat and everything. When I ended stream the other night, a little early, I like walked around the park and just because I thought I needed to just like kind of, and I was just like, I was miserable. Like, holy shit. I was just like, ugh, this is
Mhm.
boring. Like, I'm so like, I do need offline Disney days and everything, but yeah, it was just such like a like yeah, I'm still like my brain is still wired to like just like bring chat here. It's like, man, chat's missing all this. Um, do I miss going to conventions offline? Not really. Honestly, no. No. I also love IRL streaming. I miss going to some places offline, which I have been trying not really lately because I've been so busy, but like every time I'm at Disney streaming with Fiendo, for example, I'm always like, Fiendo, we gotta come here like without the cameras one day. And oddly enough, I do we're me and Fiendo were always trying to plan a day when we go anywhere not live and we just film like 50 TikToks or something. And I know that's kind of the same thing. I know that's kind of like the same thing. We did do that actually recently. Me and Fiendo took the dogs to the beach and we didn't even stream. I vlogged a little bit, but I'm not gonna do anything with the footage. I got it.
Mhm.
Um yeah, I'm trying to work in a balance now, but at this point at over 40, it's I really like IRL streaming. It's just a hobby and stuff. And maybe I see the real life separation and I just don't bring it to my socials. Maybe
For
that's it
Yeah.
or
for
something.
me, I have seen some people crush it with IRL stuff, and then I've seen people like almost ruin IRL streaming for me. I think you have to find that line too of like where is appropriate to stream? Am I allowed to stream here? Are the people around me comfortable being on stream? There's a lot of things that go into things that I don't think people always remember either.
Guys, stop. You're giving me
There's
too many
people in my
options. I'm
friend
only
group
one
who
man
are
here.
like, Serena, you need to live in the moment more. You need to not film as much. And then I'm like, respectfully, I get what you're saying, but also I'm a content creator. I have to take my
Oh my
pictures, I have
God.
to record, I have to do
Yeah.
Yes.
this. But I know that sometimes people mean well and they don't always come across the right way either. Because there is times where I'm like, oh fuck, I really was on my phone 24/7. Especially like at conventions, we all are on our phone. We're all trying to get the hot video, the next new thing, whatever it is. But
Mhm.
then you do miss out on some of those IRL connections, like when you're worried about your
Yeah.
phone or your stream. So I do feel like it is important to put the phone down, the camera down every now and again and be like, "Hey, I'm Serena. Let's have a conversation when there's no cameras around." I feel
Yeah.
like that is helpful too. But also I've seen people be very, very disruptive at TwitchCon,
Mhm.
DreamHack, and like there's been like no streaming spaces and people will still go in there and stream. It's like
Mhm.
Yeah.
as long as if you can follow the rules, be kind, be respectful, then I don't have any problems with it.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
Honestly, I would
Yeah.
love to do IRL more, but I'm just a chicken.
No, and it's hard, like, I've tried to do it, like, on my phone, but it's like you need
Yeah.
a setup, like
Yeah.
Duty has the backpack, and if anybody is looking for a way to get set up with IRL, Duty has some really great videos on
You could
YouTube.
use two phones. You
You
could
could
use
use
two
2
phones. If
phones.
you're not
Okay.
multi-streaming, you could also just use an Osmo. I think they stream directly from it. But if you're going to get into the specific, the short of it is if the app crashes, if the service drops, what are you going to do?
Yeah,
Yeah.
But if you have two phones and a hotspot, that's like the best way to go
yeah.
for cheap,
Okay,
for
talking
cheapsies.
talking about this is a great kind of space to be in for the next question. Talking about IRL networking and stuff. Mads Hatter Official says, do you actively try to network with people, or do you feel that it's better to naturally meet people? If you do actively network, how do you navigate how to do that? Do you even feel that it's important to do? I'm going to start and say, yes, it's very important to network with people. But I think Serena was saying it earlier, is like, it's really important to find your people and the people that inspire you to do the things that you want to be doing, and people that you genuinely enjoy being around. I think that there's a weird line that sometimes people are using each other a little bit, and like, you don't have to do that. You can genuinely find people that you vibe with. Like, I feel like I vibe with the two of you really, really well. And we're able to, like, we all have the same kind of vision of like content that we want to create. And like, we just get it, you know? So,
Yeah, I've been mad shy with you two. With both of you.
Shy? You shouldn't be.
Yeah, at first when we started collabing, I was mad shy. Like when we played Repo, Lady Malthea, and then when we played Fortnite with VIP Chi, Serena. And we met in real life before anything, Serena, at DreamHack.
Pizza.
Oh my God, I'm so jealous.
That was a great night.
I saw Duty at TwitchCon in 2022, and I knew him, I knew who he was, and I was too scared to say hi.
Oh my God.
I just like, because I was just a little guy, and I was so new to the streaming space, and I'm just like, oh my God, like he's famous. Like, I was like, I can't bother him, you know?
See, and I have balls. Like, even
which I love about you, Serena. I love hanging out with you at conventions because you push me to talk to people, which is great.
Dude, is her name Amaranth, the redhead bitch who's super hot? Is that her name? Maybe.
Yes.
I don't know.
Yeah. Her name is Amaranth. I think it's Amaranth.
She was at the DreamHack little place where all the streamers were or whatever, and I was like, can I take a picture? And everyone was like, oh my God, I can't believe you asked her. I was like, well, it's you do or you don't, you know? And then I asked her, I was like, have you been drinking water? And it's on her stream. One of my friends went back and clipped that and was like, that's so embarrassing, asking her if she's been drinking water. Hey, I'm just making sure.
That is funny. That is a funny question to ask. That is a funny question to ask.
You know, whatever.
One year at TwitchCon 18 or 19, I don't remember which one. I was like really into, before I moved to LA and then Washington, I was really into like going to casinos and shit and playing craps. And then so before TwitchCon, I was like, hey, I got an audience. Like, hey, you know what we should do? We should all find a casino at the next TwitchCon. Yeah, we should all go. So we all did. And then Tim the Tapman, Ninja, and Shroud. I don't know who Oh, no. It was fucking Dr. Lupo.
Oh my God.
And their wives were all there, and everybody just in our like Super Trouble. I think Super Trouble was there, maybe. Della was. Were you there in the? Where was the California TwitchCon? Not Long Beach, the other one. Most random location of a TwitchCon of all time. But yeah, we all just got to like network with them, and they were awesome. Supler was there, I think San Jose, yeah, like the most random TwitchCon location, but it was cool. They were all extremely amazing, and I feel like some of us, at least one of us, must have captured a relationship to some degree. Maybe. I don't know. I don't fucking know. Maybe when Ninja is playing Final Fantasy, I on stream I can ask him.
But yeah, going back to networking, we've kind of jumped away from that. I think networking is super important, but you have to do it the right way. A way to tell you guys, like I am not cool with, and some other people might disagree with me. Since the feature has come out, stream together on Twitch, I've seen people who are not even doing the same thing, doing different things. They're not even collabing. They're not playing the same game. They'll be streaming together so they have more viewers and stuff like that, which that does help find you on the followed thing, but like that's not networking, you know? Like I think you should only use that tool if you are streaming together or
which I just realized that I was going to ask you guys to do that while we were doing this, and I did not set it up.
That's okay. But
guys,
like,
go follow my friends.
This is a perfect example of a networking event. If you guys hang
Yeah.
out, if you guys are free this weekend, there is a link of the whole schedule. You guys don't have to hang out
Mhm.
the whole time. I know everyone has to eat, take care of family, sleep, and stuff like that. But there is going to be other creators you are going to vibe with. There's probably going to be creators who are part of this that you're not going to vibe with. They might be doing a game you're not
Mhm.
interested in or doing a topic you're not interested in. But I guarantee if you guys hang out this weekend, you are going to find a friend.
100%. Yeah, which I love. I loved. This is why I love doing these events, is because I love just meeting new people. Also, like, just I'm super distracted by what just happened, but Stupler just put a hat on duty that said "I love baloney," and I was about to lose it.
I didn't even notice. What the
It was
hell?
crazy. Somebody clipped it, so I was
Yeah,
about to
yeah.
lose my mind.
I
So
saw
I'm sorry if
something and I was like, what's going on here?
yeah, I
Fucking
was
idiot, bro.
about
You're
to
stupid
lose
as
it.
shit,
That
dude.
Stupler guy. Rhodey, can you do you mind checking on that for Stupler? I'm fine if you want to just whatever it is. Okay, let's okay, what were we talking about? Networking, DreamHack FOMO Raid Train, doing events together. We're all not at DreamHack, obviously. It's expensive to travel. It's expensive to go to all of these different conventions too. I don't know about you guys, but like traveling from Detroit to anywhere is like super expensive, and I have to I literally have to
Ugh,
fly everywhere. So like
bro.
flying to San Diego from Detroit is like it was like it's like $4,000 to do that trip, like to fly, to get accommodations for food. My husband comes with me, and so it's just like you can't afford that on a streamer salary, you know? So it's like having like a day job helps pay for that kind of stuff too. So do you guys experience that too? Is like you're sort of dipping into the money that you make from your day job in order to fund those experiences?
Oh, no. No, it's the opposite.
Sure.
For a while it was Twitch money to fill in the gaps of bills, especially for the last couple months because I'm getting like no hours. But as of if things keep going, they've been going the last 2 weeks, then that's over.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Excellent.
Hopefully,
Very
hopefully
good.
As far as traveling though, like kind of to piggyback, gas sucks so much that it's just it's
Yes.
even changed. Like not it doesn't like I feel like it's just gonna be like this.
we're
It's
cooked.
not. Yeah, dude. Like I used to feel privileged in the sense that I could like drive to Vegas. This was the worst. This is the most insane, costliest drive to Vegas ever. Like I didn't imagine it was. Oh, Jesus.
Um, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean for this to happen. There's a Tangia party happening right now, and there's like a cat surfing on screen. I've never had a Tangia party before, so I have no idea what's going on. So I'm so sorry that this is.
I like
this
it.
is
Well, it's
yeah.
perfectly
This
lined
is
up.
DreamHack Party.
Isn't that? I know. Yeah. Woo! We're on a boat.
I'm on a boat.
Hey, no, they left us. Come back. Come
No!
back. Come back. No.
Look at that. That cat is playing a trombone. Oh, look at Stupler. It's
Oh
up
my
in the
god,
corner.
they're
What?
getting it. They're getting it real good.
Oh my god.
The best DreamHack party
Did
I've
he
ever
put his
been
Oh
own
my
fucking
God.
logo over your shit? Oh my
He did, yeah. His logo's on there,
He's
and
so
he put
dumb.
his name on where you're sitting too. So
Oh my God.
Wow, thank you.
I had
for
to
the
move your
party.
name to.
You're so dumb, bro.
Oh my god. Oh, so silly. Oh my gosh.
For me, I've treated every event that I've went to as part of my streaming world, and I've told my
Yes.
community if we're going, you're paying for it. Respectfully.
Which
like,
which
you know.
I admire. The reason there was a time when I did this to go to DreamHack, and the reason I did it, Serena, is because of you. Is
Yeah.
because you are just like it's not even like a. I'm not even sure how to explain it. Like you just know that that's part of it. Like you're just like, yeah, if you want the content from DreamHack, which you do amazingly, you're constantly creating
Thank
something.
you.
is like, if you guys enjoy that content, then yeah, help me go. And I think that that's so brave of you, and
Yeah.
it shouldn't be a brave thing to do, right? Like, it should just be
Yeah.
part of it,
But
that
it
it's
goes
like,
back to asking people for money, and then people are like, "That bitch is always asking for handouts and help," and it's like, "Yeah, I am. I'm a fucking broke bitch, and I can't do it by myself, and if you wanna talk
right,
shit about me for that, then fuck it up."
sure,
You know,
yeah,
put your money where your mouth is, and if you don't wanna give me money, then fuck you, I guess, you know,
right,
respectfully. The only
right,
time I didn't spend too much money was last year when, Thousand Streamer Fund sent me, but I still, I won't travel alone, so I did
yeah,
Monstars flight and ticket and stuff like that. So that helped, you know, and I didn't ask for help for that because that's an extra person and stuff, but, we had really bad situations at DreamHack last year, and I was like,
yeah,
I knew beforehand I never wanted to travel by myself, but, like, seeing things happen with my own eyes and being very uncomfortable in multiple situations last year, I was like, "I will never travel by myself no matter what the situation is. Someone will always be with me." Um, and if I have to pay extra to have someone come with me, either that's in the budget or we don't go, and that's why
yeah.
we didn't go this year, is it wasn't in the budget.
It's really smart, yeah, for sure. Okay, we have like 4 more questions. And I don't want to keep you guys for like, I feel like 20 minutes, 20 more minutes. I don't want to like to keep you
Yeah,
guys
I'm
all
cool.
day. Okay, cool. Okay. So that Family Games has a question that says, how do you deal, this is kind of getting, okay, how do you deal with those long-term followers 5+ years who have started to get slightly parasocial with you and get a little touchy when you go on hiatus, as if your presence is what helps sustain their mental health? Those who say, if you ever stopped streaming completely, I would just be crushed. I have never experienced this. I Have you guys experienced this? Having somebody that's just
I
I've
like,
I've experienced it. Go ahead, Serena. My fault.
I've dealt with different situations, not that exact thing, but I've dealt with parasocial relationships, people lying about
mhm,
who they are, people changing their name, people banning me, blocking me, and then coming up to talk to me at events and really freaking me out, making me uncomfortable. And that goes back to what I just said. Like, I will not travel by myself. I will not walk around a convention by myself. Someone will always be with me. And I
yeah,
think it's really cool if you can be boss bitch and go by yourself, regardless if you're whoever you are, but I cannot do it. I've tried to talk with my mods about being like, these are my rules, these are my boundaries, and I really have to stick with this. If someone makes me feel uncomfortable, regardless if they break a rule or not, they go, and I'm trying to enforce that, and I feel like that helps get rid of some of that
yeah.
parasocial.
Yeah. You have to have like a hard line that it's like, once you allow somebody to kind of like cross that line, because I don't know, we're all very empathetic people, I feel, and it's like you want people to feel like they belong and you don't want people to feel rejected or anything, even people that we don't know. But it's like you have to protect your peace, and you have to protect, I feel, especially for us, like as women, it's a little bit different. But like having to like not travel alone and stuff like that. But you have to be very firm with like, this is making me uncomfortable. This person has to go. Like, even somebody who's been in your community for a long time, if they cross the line, you have to be firm with like, either, hey, you crossed a line, don't do this again. And if they do it again, then they gotta go. So, but
And people on the internet can be very strange very quickly, but they can also become your
yes.
best friends. So you just have to be careful.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I've met like some of my best friends on the internet. So it's like you always have like high expectations, right? That somebody's gonna be a good being. But every
Yeah.
once in a while you get somebody that's
Judy,
just a little,
tell us your
I have a
parasocial.
funny so I have a catfish story. There
Oof.
was long time ago. This person catfished themselves. Like, we played Overwatch with them. Like, they were really good at Overwatch. We were um and then I got a message from, they were, what stuck out is they were really like an exceptional singer. Like, not just pretty good, like for real.
Damn, okay.
Um, and then one day the real singer hit me up and
what?
said, "So here's what's going on. I think this person is in your Twitch community. Blah 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 blah."
What?
So that happened. That was really funny. Years later, me and this person are still like social media friends, which I think is the funniest part. But yeah, so that happened. That's all I could really think of. I guess I mean, oh my fucking god, Stupler.
What is he
Idiot.
doing?
He's doing Tangiers on my PC.
Jeez. Oh my
Um,
god.
I mean, I don't
Stupler.
know. I mean, parasocial. I feel like I've kept myself at a distance if need be, but also I have about the friends that I have made, like Stupler. I've never felt parasocial about him.
Yeah.
Like the joy that I felt when Subby was like, huh? And then Stupler fucking surprises us was like, I mean,
Yeah.
not very parasocial.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
100%. Yeah, because it's like you are making genuine connections and genuine friendships with people, and I feel like we're all pretty lucky in that respect that we have found our people and found people to, you know, do the things in life with. So, um, okay. Hambalam says, not a question, but deserves a highlight anyway, and curious on y'all's take. Balance is about you as a streamer, performer, etc., feeling balanced. If you literally are not feeling burnout because you're still having a great time and getting energy from stream and all that, there's no shame in just feeling, I'd rather be live. I think in the modern streamer culture, people can be just as toxic about balance as anything else. Why are you getting all up in my business about being live if I love it? This is a really good point, and I remember thinking this and then I didn't say it out loud, is like when I was sick, the only thing that made me feel normal was streaming and being live. Like that's where I wanted to be. So yeah, so I think that it's all about your balance and what works for you. If you want to be live, then go live. You know?
Yeah, and sometimes it's hard because I do have some of my close friends or my mods who are like, Serena, you're fucking sick. You're not feeling good. Like, you shouldn't be live. But then I think it's like, okay, well, then let me just hang out for an hour or two. Let me use the little bit of energy I have to go live for a little bit. Let me hang out. Let me see you guys. Because what's worse than being sick and depressed is being sick and depressed in bed and not doing anything. But if you can take
Right.
an hour to do your hobby, rather it's taking a bath or streaming for a little bit, I think that that person should be able to,
Mhm.
within reason. Like, I think that was a
Oh
great
yeah.
idea to bring up, is balance is so important, but you have to know yourself enough to have that balance in you, because
Mhm.
sometimes we push ourselves off that balance and then we break ourselves.
Mhm.
I
100%.
don't I don't think there's a problem with being chronically live as long as the person
Yeah.
isn't unhealthy about it. I've had times where I was live for too long and I was a little unhealthy about it. I've been really depressed. For the context for people who don't know me, I've been like very very depressed for the last bunch of years and very burnt out. Very, 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 very. Now it's a little better. I feel a lot more balanced because I got a couple jobs.
Hell yeah.
Amen.
But but
Financial
yeah, you know, it's
security.
yeah, it's it'd be like that, you know. It just
Yeah.
it's super be like that.
Yeah. Really important question from Della.
Ugh.
Can you guys tell me how to get to Sesame Street?
um
Uh
I don't think you want to know.
it's
I think it's a top secret thing that only streamers know. I think
Yeah.
that
you wouldn't like it, dude. It's a poor area.
Mm, been there. That's where I was born.
He wouldn't Della wouldn't like it. It's a poor area.
Oh my god.
All right, wait. I sent
Um
you a message. I'm so sorry. I have a sudden time constraint that
Oh gosh,
I,
yeah.
I
Okay,
have to dip out.
no
I'm
worries. Yeah, no. I'm sorry
I'm
for
really
missing it.
sorry.
Duty, okay. So just a quick wrap up. Thank you, then Duty, so much for being here.
This was the
Appreciate
bet.
you.
This was up there with the
Yes.
IRL one that we did. This was so fun. Like this was
Yeah.
so nice to. So I loved it. I loved it so much.
Judy,
Yeah.
before you
No, I
go, I
appreciate
want
it.
you to know I'm gonna copy one of your live stuff. I just haven't done it yet. I'm gonna do the Halloween one. Whenever you had people open the
With the
door
elevator.
with trick or treats, yeah, I'm gonna do that. I don't know
Amazing.
when, but
Wonderful.
maybe this Halloween I'll do it. I
Scooty
loved
just
that so
made
much.
pogs. I feel slightly responsible for that. I
Yes,
appreciate that,
I loved
Sue.
it so
Thank you.
much. Yes, take care of
Thanks. Good.
yourself,
Good.
Judy.
Yeah. Excellent.
Great. Yeah. Well, thank you for letting me keep you, and apologize for missing your message. But yes, thank you guys so much for being here. Guys, please go follow Serena Paris, Duty Beard, two of the most excellent, best streamers on this platform and elsewhere. Thank you guys. Thank you for joining me, and I hope you have a good rest of your day. And thank
Are we
you.
kicking both of us off or just Duty?
Serena, I mean, if you want to stay, Serena, we can still keep yapping if you want to
I can
keep
hang out for like
yapping.
20 more minutes, but if you
Okay,
want to
sick.
kick
Oh
We
my
both
can
of
do
us
that.
fucking
off, that's
god!
fine too.
All right, he just blared Yerushalayim in my ears. I gotta go.
Perfect. All
Thank
right.
you
Bye,
very
Duty.
much. I love y'all.
Love you too. Thank you.
Yeah, I'll put a timer on for 20 minutes, and then I
Okay.
gotta.
Okay,
I have to
perfect.
do my big girl job.
Perfect. Should I hang up on him?
Bye, Ika.
I hung up on Duty. Okay, perfect. Okay, so just a couple more questions. Thanks, Serena. So, guys, just a quick little aside, I guess. Serena, myself, and Hey Amethyst May are hosting what we're calling the DreamHack FOMO Raid Train this weekend. We're having a party. So this panel was the first like panel for the weekend. If you're not able to go to DreamHack, here you are, we're on the internet together. So we're talking about streaming with full-time job without full-time pay. We're kind of wrapping up a little bit. We have a couple more questions that we're going to get through. So last call, you guys, if you have any questions for me or Serena, or if you have any just in general chat things that you want to talk about, I'm happy to read those. There is a channel point redeem that you can submit a question. Lexi says, do you feel like it's easier to connect with people you meet online compared to people you meet IRL?
I feel like that's a good question. Regardless of where I meet someone, I don't judge them off the first or second time I meet them unless my gut tells me otherwise. I get gut
Mm-hmm.
feelings about people sometimes, and I'm like, nope, Sometimes I just know. But I do know, like at conventions, there's been times where I've kind of pushed people off trying to get to like the bathroom, or I wasn't feeling good, and I don't want people to be like, "Oh, Serena's a fucking bitch. She said no to me to not take a photo, or XYZ, whatever it might be."
Mm-hmm.
So I try to remind myself, like, people at cons too, or wherever you're meeting them, they might be super overwhelmed. They might be going through a lot. Like,
Mm-hmm.
conventions are some of the funnest places ever, but they can definitely be super fucking overwhelming too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So I do like to give my all when I'm meeting people at conventions, but I do try to like meet them 2 or 3 times before I really have a really honest opinion about that person. Um, Through stream, for other streamers, it's nice to hang out and watch them when you're not chatting, because then you really get to know who they are when you're not around.
Mm-hmm.
But with viewers, it's hard because you get to hear us and see us, but we don't always get to hear and see you guys. So that's a little bit
Yes.
different too.
Right. Yeah. And I think it's a different kind of connection, right? It's like when you're connecting with chat and you're connecting with people in your community, there is that difference where it's like you guys are words on a screen and I'm a person to you. So it's like meeting in real life is a completely different experience, that it's like you know me, but I don't really know you as like a physical being. So um I feel like I've connected with a lot of people online better than I've connected with people IRL. I have a lot of friends IRL that I've lost a lot of friendships since pandemic because I've sort of realized that like the relationships that I had were based on things that I didn't really like. Like I was talking about my corporate lifestyle and like trying to be that corporate girly or whatever. I think that there was a lot of things that I was trying to like compensate for. Whereas like I got on Twitch and I got into into the internet as an adult and found people that I was like, oh, you see me, like you get me. Serena gets me on a level that like nobody else gets. Like talking about streaming and talking about confidence levels and stuff like that. Like you get it on a different level. So, and I think we're able to be a little bit more vulnerable with each other too. I don't know, just because we get each other. Whereas it's like IRL, I feel like I'm kind of like tiptoeing around people's feelings and stuff and not talking about streaming, the thing that I fucking love, because they don't get it.
Well, yeah,
You
and
know?
and that question's kinda is it's a good question, but it's so open-ended too. Like, are we talking
Yeah.
about meeting other streamers? Are we talking about meeting our viewers? Are we talking
Yeah,
about just people on the
exactly.
street that we don't know? Because, like you said, I'm not
Right.
gonna talk about streaming unless I'm around other streamers or people who genuinely get
Exactly.
it. Because there's times where you can tell people don't give a shit about what you're talking about, and that's a big one
Right.
is someone in the not streaming space, 9 times out of 10, I feel like anytime I've tried to bring it up, they don't fucking care and they think it's stupid.
Yeah. They're just like, I don't know how to talk to you about this.
Yeah.
And oddly, the next question, Mads Hatter official said, has content creation ever
What'd you
put
do
a
for a living?
strain on your IRL
I stream
relationships?
on
And
Twitch, my cooking
yes,
show.
What the is
yes,
Twitch?
yes, it has. I've lost some friendships, not over content creation, but definitely over the fact that it's like, this is what I love to do now. And I honestly like pulled back from some relationships because they weren't serving me anymore. So
I think meeting people on the internet have taught me to be better for myself and how to be a better friend. And
mhm,
I have real friends on the internet who are better than some of my IRL friends.
yes.
And that has caused me to step away from some of my friends in my everyday life. Since I've got sober, I haven't drank an alcohol in like 3 years. I lost a
Mm,
lot of people from people who just want to go out and party and stuff like that. But my streaming community and some of my my friend IRL friends, but also streamer friends, have really taught me how I want to be. And I feel like you can grow and you can be different. But I feel like that has really helped me out becoming a better version of myself and sometimes you just have to step away from people in your IRL, but I don't
mhm,
know if it's necessarily just because of streaming and content creation in general. I think it's just me
mhm.
opening my mind, being like, okay, you're not someone I need in my life anymore.
Yep, 100%, 100%. Okay, well, we have one last question from Ika, and then we can kind of wrap up. But Ikagawa said, I think this is a good one to end on, is Ikagawa
Okay.
says, what is one of your favorite pieces of memorabilia, swag, or gift you've received as a streamer?
Hmm. Oh my gosh.
This is hard.
Um, I've received a bunch of friendship bracelets. I love making friendship bracelets and giving them out at cons and then getting some back in return. Um, One of my first events I ever did, I had one of my best friends makes cookies, and she made cookies for me, but she ended up with COVID, so I didn't open the bag. I just showed people like, "These are the cookies you're gonna get, not these exact ones, but whenever she's not sick, we'll mail you these ones."
Cute. Oh,
Um, they're Twitch related, they're Fortnite related, they're very, very cute, and they have the first strain of COVID on them, and they're still in my closet.
amazing.
I have kept those. And then Lady sent me her used tissue. So
Oh,
now my
yeah.
now now my closet's gonna just be like a little science experiment in there.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, they're cookies. I have very old cookies in my closet, Rody, because they're so cute. They're
Oh my
so
gosh.
cute. And they have the first strain of COVID. So if anyone ever fucks with me, just know, just know, I got
So
COVID cookies
funny.
and I got
My
ladies tissue.
my used tissue. Don't mess with
Yeah.
me. She said she wanted it. I sent it to her.
Yeah, she really did. Um,
Um,
yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
know. I don't know for me as far as like gifts are concerned. Like I think anything that my friend Aloha Cross sent me some Lego sets, which I think were really cool. Because Lego's really important to him, and he wanted to share that with me, and I think that was really cool.
Oh,
The
that is
community.
cute.
Yeah, and the community got together last year and actually funded the Lego set, the Ocarina of Time Deku Tree, and I made that on stream, and I think that was a really cool gift through like Throne. That it was
Yeah,
like the first
especially
like
when
big
it's, like,
gift.
from all of your community members and stuff, everyone
Yeah,
comes together for.
yeah, and then we had like 3 streams where I just built the Lego, and it was just really fun. So, but yeah,
So,
love
it's
that.
not something I've gotten from other people, but I have a channel point redemption that's like 100,000 channel points. If you redeem it, I go get a plushie for you and I add you to my army. So some of these, I think like 20
Yeah,
plushies behind me at least are community members. So we have like Brett
cute.
back there, we have Joker, we have Five, we have Ika, Sweet, Sloth,
Yeah,
Honey. And then when I look at them, I see my friends and I see my community and I feel like that's
yeah,
part of it, whenever I get
I
ready to
love
move, I
that.
am gonna try to downsize a little bit, but my friends are gonna come with me, you know what I'm saying?
Cute. Love that so much.
Yeah,
That's
Fierce Mama
awesome.
has a bunch of owls back there.
Heck yeah. I love that. Anything that like involves the community together is always just really special for sure.
I don't
Well,
think so, Ika. We might have to get Lady one.
I don't, but I don't know if I have enough channel points. I'll have to check. I'll have to check.
Yeah, and if
I'll
not,
see.
Ika might surprise you. Before we go, are we allowed to talk a little bit about like where the FOMO journey might end up going?
100%. Serena, whatever. Yep, we
Okay.
can, whatever you want to talk about. Yep, go for
So,
it.
I just want to say thank you to everybody who's hanging out. Me and Lady had this idea last year for TwitchCon, and we weren't sure if we were gonna do it for other events. It's kind of been open ended. We've done a little bit of other things for like fall crawl, things like that. And being real honest with you guys, I know I've talked about it, Lady has talked about it a little bit, but we have not put 100% of energy into this event. We've just
Mhm.
been doing IRL stuff. I've been a little bit depressed. I've been slowly coming back to stream, things like that. So we're really hoping to get this event done, but we are going to sit down, me and Lady, some of our operations team, mods, Hey Amethyst May, kind of see what happens moving forward. But I do know that there is a lot of want and interest to keep some of these events going. So
Mhm.
thank you guys for showing up and hanging out. If you want to see more throughout the streams this weekend, please keep saying it in chat. Please keep encouraging the streamers that are going on. I don't want to speak too much about it because right now we're kind of waiting for that conversation to happen, and I want to have that conversation before we tell all the details. But there might be more coming from FOMO friends.
Yeah, so keep an eye on us. There's some follow them. Follow FOMO friends on all of the socials. There they are. Rhodey just put them into chat. So keep an eye out. And yeah, love it.
Yeah, and just a reminder, like whatever happens next, I did tell Lady and mods and stuff, and whenever we do have the conversation, some of these events are going to be high energy, some of them are going to be more chill vibes. I don't want
Yeah.
any of us to feel like we have to put energy into every event 24/7, 100%, because I can't do that. So if I can't do that,
100%.
I can't expect anyone else to. So
Yeah.
just know some of these events are going to be popping, some of them are going to be more chill. And thank you for just dealing with us at different energy levels.
Yeah, thank you for just still showing up and being here and listening and hanging out. And yeah, definitely check out the rest of the streamers this weekend. We got some really great creators with some really great segments coming up. So check out the link under it's there, the Red Labs link that was just put into chat. Follow everybody. Yeah, so I'm gonna be here until 5 o'clock today. So we'll let Serena go. Thank you for joining me for this.
Yes, thank you for hanging out and
Yeah, Serena.
inviting me.
Yeah, of course. Thank you for having the conversation with me. Um, Serena is going to her segment is going to be Sunday at 12 p.m. Central. So right, 2 p.m. Central.
It's
Did I get it screwed?
it's
Sometime on Sunday, Serena will be live. She'll be ending the raid train, and she's going to do a cosplay panel that day.
Yeah.
So go check her out.
I want y'all to know it's gonna be a little chaotic, guys. Okay, I
Um,
think I haven't been getting my steps in chat, so I think we're gonna start with walking, talking, then going into my cosplay, and then getting everyone else in for the cosplay panel. So just know we got a lot
mhm.
going on, bitches.
Excellent. It's gonna be good. All right, great. Well, Serena, thank
Thank
you.
you,
We're gonna let
lady.
you go, and yeah, love you.
Have fun. I see you later.
All right.
XOXO gossip.
XOXO gossip girl. All right, chat. Well, I am going to continue to be here. We're going to take a short break. I'm going to get up and stretch. Thank you so much to Serena Duty Beard for joining us. Duty, if you are listening to this later, thank you. I'm so sorry for missing your message. Thank you for letting me keep you over. Really appreciate it. Duty had to head out to take care of some personal stuff. So I had such a fun time. Serena, thank you so much for talking to me. This was a great conversation. I would love to have this conversation with more streamers who are interested in talking about this. Hi, Lauren. I love you. Lauren, I did that today too. I didn't know that I hadn't talked in your chat yet and I interrupted. It was whoopsie, poopsie. Cool. Thank you guys. Okay, I am going to be here until 5 o'clock. I'm going to take a quick break. I do not know. Will we be able to watch the full thing somewhere after? Yes. So after stream is over today, I'm going to take some time to cut it out and I'm going to put it on YouTube. So make sure you're in the Discord. I'll post it there later. So I'll cut out just the segment of that and I'll put it on YouTube for sure. But cool. All right. Thank you guys so much. I'm still going to be here, like I said, until 5. I have no idea what I'm going to do after this. No clue. I didn't think that far ahead. So if you guys are interested in me doing anything, let me know. I'll be back in just a couple minutes. I'm going to go take a stretch break, get some more water. I'll be back in just a few. All right. Thanks, guys.